I think certainly the conditions that we had to shoot in was the main thing, the freezing cold temperatures. But everyone that was a part of this movie, including myself, knew from the very onset that we were going to get involved with something that was going to be incredibly challenging. Alejandro wanted to make this almost like neorealism, like a docudrama, submerging ourselves in the elements. Well, first off, just to say, yeah, it's a tragic loss, and I believe that David Bowie was exactly the same age, and this happened all in the same week. But that quote, you know, is a very pertinent one. Certainly, for me in this movie, was one of the lessons that I learned while making this movie, because so much of what I have to do is in silence, and it was about the listening to the world around me, to not have to feel like, you know, everything needs to be articulated and to be present and in the moment. So I'd say that is certainly, for me as an actor, it's a very powerful quote. Well, look, I think that what was important from the onset when we had these discussions with Alejandro is his depiction, of Native American tribes, because we've seen historically in Hollywood this sort of polarization where, you know, they're either extremely good or extremely bad. And he said from the onset, look, everyone in this film is trying to survive, and I'm going to portray their humanity. I'm going to portray them as people. Much like the fur trap, much like the white man, are just people trying to survive in these environments. But what became prevalent as we were watching this movie and became more of a powerful subtext was the idea of this being untouched, pristine land. You know, it was like you said, it was like the Amazon. It was a lawless territory, wasn't a part of America yet, and you had this clash between the white man coming out west to extract the natural resources, kill the animals, send them off to Europe, and what happens to the Native American cultures? They get completely decimated. Well, the truth is, you know, Alejandro, you know, he's a magician, and they don't want to let everyone know the specificity of their tricks, but I will say that what he has accomplished there is something that I think is quite groundbreaking, because it almost feels like virtual reality. You feel like you're some small creature witnessing, you know, this violent interaction between man versus beast, and you feel the breath of the animal, you feel the sweat and the blood, but he's created these incredibly tense moments and moments of silence, and you feel voyeuristic, like you're watching something you shouldn't be watching. And you know, how he did it, I'm still unsure. I'm still unsure how he pulled off what he pulled off, but I know it took, you know, again, months of planning, and he watched 100 different bear attacks to simulate what he felt was a very realistic depiction of a man, you know, being mauled by a bear. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, but there was kind of something, I think, exciting about it as well. We were doing, it was film experimentation. I've never done a film where from the onset we rehearsed, you know, 3 weeks just for the opening shot. Every day was a rehearsal process because he wanted to shoot the entire film in natural light. So we had this hour-and-a-half, you know, window at the, this golden hour-and-a-half at the end of the day that was, it led to this fanaticism, this immense tension, because we rehearsed all day long, but every day we needed to accomplish that shot in an hour-and-a-half. And the whole thing was an artistic experiment for the entire crew, and it took a lot of adjustments for the crew and the cast to give our trust over to Alejandro in you know, what was something that I don't know if I'll ever experience again. Yes, because not only does your house phone not ring, not only do people not bug you, but you're able to share the energy with an audience. And the best why film is the greatest art form in the world to me is because it submerges you so deeply in an alternate reality. I love art, I love paintings, I love music, but to be able to have a dark theater and completely transport yourself somewhere entirely and forget that the rest of the world exists, there's nothing else like that artistically. And so yes, that's why the theatrical experience, I think, is an important one.